If you're pretty, you need to start a business, and no, it doesn't matter if you don't have anything to sell. A lot of women worry about the wrong thing. I don't know what I'm good at. I don't have anything to offer. Why would anyone buy anything from me? When all you have to do is just clock in online. Hi lovelies, my name is Lorraine and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about how I use my beauty to create a successful business. A lot of people assume that pretty privilege is only reserved for attracting a man, social climbing, or people just being nice to you, but that couldn't be further from the truth. As a feminine woman, you can use your beauty to your advantage by creating real impact while making money, and I'm gonna show you how. The first way I use my beauty to create a successful business was understanding my unique beauty. I'm a plus size black woman who doesn't meet societal beauty standards, but I'm constantly receiving comments on social media and in real life about how beautiful I am because I play towards my beauty strength. I have a cute face, dimples, good skin, and a curvaceous feminine silhouette. I use hairstyles and makeup that enhances and doesn't take away from my beauty. I know my personal style and how to dress for my body type. So when I show up, it's always in a way that translates my unique beauty and makes me stand out amongst the crowd. A lot of women are working twice as hard when they can just play to their beauty strengths instead of focusing on what you don't have or what you don't like about yourself. Focus on what you do have and what makes you unique. The goal here isn't to be the most beautiful or to become a supermodel, but it's to leverage your beauty in business and make your life easier so you don't have to work twice as hard. Next way I used my beauty to create a successful business was becoming the brand. I used to shy away from showing my face on social media because I'm shy and I'm an introvert, and to be quite frank, I didn't want the hustle of having to create content, to be on camera. I also thought that my opinions, knowledge and experience was the only value that mattered when it came to business, not realizing that my face was literally the money maker. The more I started showing up as the face of my brand in videos, in my thumbnails, in my pictures, on my website, in my promotional content when I was launching something, more people started connecting with me. People buy from people they know, like and trust, especially as a small business. If they're not seeing your face, if they're not familiar with you, they're not going to buy from you. When people start to see that you are the same from your pictures, in your websites, in your videos, where people not only know that you're a real person, but it also creates proximity. If you're anything like me, you're probably thinking, I only signed up to create a business and to provide value. I didn't sign up to be the face of the business. But trust me, you are leaving money on the table. The next way I used my beauty to create a successful business was by hosting workshops and webinars. When I first started selling my services, I would just add a caption, put it in my video description, add a story, or just send an email. But nobody seemed to be buying, even though my services were the perfect solution to the problem based on my interactions with my community, from the comments, the DMs. So it was very clear that there was some kind of disconnect until I started hosting webinars and workshops. This is completely different to posting a video on social media. You are live and you're interacting with your community in real time. I showed up the same way that I did on social media. My hair was the same, my makeup was the same, the way I spoke. And it allowed me to build a deeper connection with my community, for them to get to know me more and trust me more. But you need some kind of medium to be able to transfer your community from social media into the workshop or webinar, where you're able to create a landing page to invite people to said workshop or webinar. And the key is to remember, even when you're creating your landing page, to maximize your pretty privilege in every step that you're taking. So you might even want to consider having professional photos, because this also highlights the professionalism of your brand. The next way I used my beauty to create a successful business was by maximizing my beauty. It is very apparent that there are a lot of pretty women with large followings on social media, but not all of them are making money from social media. And to be honest, that's how my social media journey started. I grew my following in the beginning based on the way that I look. People loved my body shape, they loved the way that that I dressed, they loved the way that I looked, and I was able to capitalize on that and grow a large following. But I also wasn't making a lot of money on social media. But the moment I started sharing my femininity journey, my modesty journey, and sharing how I went from being broke to abundant as a single mom, is the moment that I started attracting high paying brands. The moment that I was able to build a feminine business, I combined my beauty with my knowledge and my experience and my expertise to create value, because beauty is what gets you through the door, but value is what gets you paid. You can't just post random selfies, pictures of your pets, your children, outfit pictures, and expect to create a business from that. You need to give people a reason to not only be interested in you, but to see you as the go-to expert about something. Share your opinions, experiences, or knowledge on something. Teach people how to do something. People aren't going to buy from you just because you're pretty, but because you're solving a problem for them. It's about not just being another pretty face on social media, but setting yourself apart so you can become the go-to person for a particular topic or subject. Maximizing your pretty privilege is not just having the luxury of entering the room, but being able to leave there with something. The next way I used my beauty to create a successful business was by building authority. I spent over 2 years creating content and being obsessed with being of servitude before creating my current business. I understood the power of visibility and association when it came to building authority. Having spoken about femininity, abundance, beauty, and business for 3 to 4 years, and now have people who find me on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, who know me from YouTube. When you're visible and you show yourself online, people can easily recognize you and associate you with a certain topic. The more people recognize you, the more people associate you with a certain topic, the more authority you build, the more likely you are to attract clients and to have a successful business, which is why I always recommend some kind of video platform for your business like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, compared to written platforms like blogs, websites, Substack, because it's easy for people to recognize you, know who you are, and associate you with a certain topic. Best thing that you can do for your business is show up visually and do so consistently. Next way I used my beauty to create a successful business was becoming the solution. I showed my transformation of how I used to dress like an IG baddie in provocative, revealing pieces, and now dressing for the female gaze in feminine, modest pieces, and how that transformed my life personally and in business. From attracting high-paying brands, speaking engagements, and high-value clients, I would show modest and feminine outfit ideas as a curvy woman, which a lot of women found really valuable. So much so that I created a package surrounding how to unlock and tap into your pretty privilege. A lot of successful businesses are built on a visual transformational story. They're always commenting on your hair, on your skin, on your style, or how you carry yourself. They are literally telling you their problem and that you have the solution for their problem. So you literally have a community of people who are willing to pay you just for being you. You can show a visual transformation of a before and after, how you overcome something, how you gain something. You are literally becoming a solution to somebody's problem. The message here is pretty privilege exists even in business. You have to know how to tap into it and how to use it to your advantage, because people just won't buy from you because you're pretty. Like this video if you want to see more videos on femininity and abundance. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a video, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye, lovelies.